welcome to this week's edition of Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Lauren Willis. A lot of current and former students from Glenvar High School, including myself, are proud to be Highlanders after head coach Kevin Clifford brought home the school's first football state championship this past season. The coach's efforts have also earned him the title of Group 2A Coach of the Year. Coach Clifford's son, Zach Clifford, who is the team's quarterback, ended the game with a 13-yard touchdown in overtime, giving the Highlanders a 20-14 win over the Wilson Memorial Green Hornets. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Clifford and get the inside scoop on the incredible win of the season, as well as his upcoming plans for next season. All right, so you're the first coach at Glenvar to win a state title. So how does it feel to be honored as Group 2A Coach of the Year?
I would certainly, it's a privilege and an honor to have that type of recognition, but it's really about the team. There's other coaches in the area, in the state that are, just as, better than I am, and I'm just fortunate. I have a really good coaching staff, and really they're the reason why we won, more so than me. So.
Okay, so what can we expect for the upcoming season? Can we expect another state title win?
Well, we're going to take it one day at a time and work hard every day and enjoy every day. And, that'll all take care of itself. I think at the end of the day, you try to do the right thing as a player, as a coach. And that stuff, the end result will always be the end result. So I think if we do the right thing and work hard and try to be competitive every day, good things will happen. And if they don't happen the way we want them to happen, that's the way it was supposed to be. But we're excited. We're really excited about the challenge of being the team that now that everyone wants to beat. And you have to kind of savor that too if you want to be successful. You can't be shy of it or be scared of it or shy away from it.
How has the support been from Glenvar's football team, from the fans since you started coaching?
Well, this place is, such a unique place. Having spent the majority of my career at big high schools, it's a very intimate place. And we know everybody, and everyone knows everyone else, so it's close. But the support's been great. The fans. I think everyone's always skeptical, but when we got on our roll, the stadium was packed in the state finals, which was really cool. So it was basically home game.
Have you seen a significant amount of support from the football program itself since you've been here?
I'm a firm believer. It's anything we do in life. If you don't foster it, it won't get fostered. And if you're passionate about what you're doing, other people sooner or later buy in. If there's the proof is always in the pudding, I guess. If you're sincere and you work hard, I think you can fool some people for a short period of time, but it's hard to fool people for a prolonged time, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Are there any specific players that stand out defensively or offensively on this year's team?
We had some good players, but we were very even, and I guess even-keeled is a good way to put it. We didn't have any superstars. We just had kids that were very consistent and that played together. And, I think when you have kids that understand the roles and that no piece of the puzzle is more important than the next, and then they buy into that, good things happen. That's kind of how we were this year and how we expect to be this upcoming season.
Lee Hartman & Sons is now introducing Sony's 4K Ultra HD TV. More colors, better color accuracy, and 4 times the resolution make it a top pick by many industry experts. Once you've seen the world in ultra-high definition, there's no looking back. Come experience the highest resolution picture Sony has ever produced on a TV screen at Lee Hartman & Sons.
There have been a number of athletes from this area that have been recruited to play in the NBA. One of those athletes being former McDonald's All-American MVP, Jonathan Clay Redick, better known as JJ Redick. Redick played for Cave Spring High School, putting in endless work effort to become the number 2 shooting guard and the number 13th player in the nation in 2002. Fast forwarding to today, Redick has made quite the name for himself with the Los Angeles Clippers, being recognized for his flawless three-pointers and his smooth free throw shooting. Not only does he spend time working on his game, but he also makes it a priority to give back to his community by working with organizations such as the Boys and Girls Club, as well as speaking to youth during the summer about the importance of living and eating healthily. With hard work and determination, Redick achieved his goals by pushing himself to get better each day and getting people to recognize his potential, which enabled him to take his career to the next level.
Walls are barriers. They divide, separate, segregate. We've seen walls before. They always fall.
Welcome back. Joining me today at the Square Table is Dennis Johnson, Senior Editor of Student Athlete Magazine, and we have Warren Kraft to my right, who is a senior at William Fleming High School. Warren, you earned the first all-Timeslin honor in 2014 with 38 receptions for 758 yards and 8 touchdowns. And you also led the Colonels to the first postseason in 6 years. That's awesome. And you also just recently committed to University of Virginia.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. So for some of the underclassmen getting ready to go through the recruiting process, how has the recruiting process been for you thus far?
During the off season, it's just been a lot. Going around, hearing from different college coaches. It's been stressful. So you just gotta always just take your time with it. Don't rush it. What I give them, don't rush it. Just take your time with everything that you do.
So Warren, you chose University of Virginia, outstanding reputation for education, and I know you know your mother will love that because behind every good athlete, you got to have a good education. So, and you said it was a little stressful in the recruitment process. Give us a little more detail. You getting tweets all the time, getting calls. What are you doing?
Just a little bit of all of that.
Oh, yeah?
Just getting tweets from different college coaches, hearing from different college coaches, and just not knowing what to do with your future.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have to stay patient. You just never know what you want to do. Just stay patient.
Right. Okay, cool.
So this week, Troy Polamalu announced that he was retiring after 12 seasons with the Steelers. I might have to change my favorite NFL team now because he was my favorite player. He's definitely an asset to the team. We saw him collect more than 30 career interceptions throughout his entire time with the Steelers. Do you think the Steelers' defense will suffer from that loss, or?
They just have to pick up where the holes are. He was an outstanding player, but every tough team, every good team, they have to work at it and just replace, and just work on what they are missing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't like the Steelers, so I don't care who's leaving. So, I'm more of a college guy.
Okay.
So, if it was something like that going on, but, the Steelers had their time, the Iron Curtain and all that, but,
right.
I think it'll be all right.
All right. Now, recently, JJ Watt signed an endorsement deal with Reebok to have his own shoe, mm-hmm. and he also released a video of him breaking his own record of a box jump. Did you see that video? Did you guys see
that? I saw it.
Yeah. What's your strongest vital, Warren? What do you think?
I would have to say it's between my 40-yard dash as well as my vertical jump. They're both strong, so I'm good at them both.
Yeah.
Well, when we were standing over taking a picture, he's only maybe 5 inches shorter than I am. So, I think I can do the vertical jump.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know about a box jump. So.
Absolutely. Well, also, I'm sure both of you have heard by now, Lauren Hill, she passed away. Mm-hmm. She was only 19 years old. She had pediatric brain cancer. She played for Mount St. Joseph. Her teammates were very supportive of her throughout this entire time, and so were her family. But Warren, how important do you think it is to have teammates who support you through hard times?
I just feel like it's very important, especially through the tough times. You want them there in the good times, but you also want them there in the bad times. Because you may need somebody to talk to, somebody to lift you up. They're going through a lot, so just always having somebody by your side is always a great part of it.
Yeah, playing high school athletics way back when, and then being in the Marine Corps as well, that team environment is important. Like Warren is saying, it's always good to be there when times are good, but when times are bad, that's, I think, when you need them the most.
Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of Sports Weekly. This show is all about you guys, so tweet us, follow us on Instagram, share with us some of your favorite high school game pictures. Also, thank you to our sponsors that we had on the show tonight, and we'll see you back here for another edition of Sports Weekly.